tres. New York, London, Milan, and Paris. Designers, collections, and new directions. Welcome to the fashion industry. We are constantly bombarded by media that put pressure on us to buy newer and trendier clothes. Let's see this type of clothes. But hey, stop, wait a minute. These are not normal clothes, they are special. What if I told you that these clothes are made of leather corn? Buying clothes has never been easier. Fast fashion allows consumers to buy more, but they are wearing these clothing less often and disposing of them at an unprecedented rate. This generates 8 million people without water, 10% more of greenhouse gases, and people is becoming poorer. So the question is, how to generate a change in the extraction of sources and a positive impact on the planet as well as in people. So what we actually are seeking for is a fabric or a textile that reduces pollution and contamination, that has a good performance, being elastic, resistant, smooth, and comfortable. And there is where mice appear, sustain life.
I am Laura Arias, I study sociology, and my biggest motivation is that my grandmother is a farmer.
I'm Mariela Cifuentes, I'm studying marketing, and I want to dedicate in fashion in the future, and I love sustainability.
My name is Santiago Nariño, I study international business and marketing. I like to help people and learn new things.
Our social impacts, we are focused on three targets. For farmers, we want to help to have a good corns. Also for workers, better conditions, laborals, and for you that you are a client, good clothes that are sustainable with the planet. Guaymallés, 13% of agricultural production in Colombia is with my crops. Also, 390,000 of families works with him. Also, in Colombia, 40% of organic waste is in use. What we want to create a sustainable textile, also buy less with better conditions, and the most important is use the organic in good case, leverage the waste.
Okay, so our business model is based in 4 phases. The first is picking up, the second is MICE, our project, third is the distribution of the companies, and finally we have the disposal, and then the business model restart, and you're gonna see why. So in the first part we have picking up. So here we are gonna buy the corn and the waste of the corn to the farmers, and we are gonna give them some benefits such as agricultural products or organic fertilizants to improve and increase their economy. Okay, so the next phase is our company. So in comparison with the imported clothes that has increased 40% in Colombia, we want to reduce in 25% the production cost with our clothes. So we think that's a good benefit for the industries. So the next step is talk about the technique that we are going to use. Basically, is a polymerization technique. It has a lot of benefits such as reducing a 40% the production cost and a 63% less greenhouse gases. So basically, it's based on 3 phases. First, after we have the corn, then we ferment it, and finally we have the fiber of it. Okay, so then the next phase is the distribution to different companies. So we want to, through a platform, communicate with the farmers and at the same time with the different manufacturers to communicate in more directly way and create a community with them. Okay.
The disposal is the last phase of the cycle. In here we pretend that the industries and companies that buy our fabric give us the waste that they have when they produce the clothing, in order for us to restart the cycle, produce more fabric, more textile, and also turn it into compost that we are going to give it to farmers. 10 years from now, so we pretend, first of all, to expand our horizons. So we want to reach a more regional area in Colombia, then a national area, and finally think about a more area in Latin America. Then we want to benefit more families, as 25,000 families depend about this sector.
Okay, so we want to expand the digitalization of our website and at the same time the networks in a national way. We want to reduce the pollution in a 50% in comparison with the whole CO2 emissions, and we want to use these organic waste to create a better impact. And finally, we want to use different ways in the future that the final consumers produce. So we strongly believe that if the price is desirable, it will sell better.
So the question is, are we
Are we
consuming
consuming
fashion or
fashion
fashion is consuming us?
us?